only switch hitter on this Durham Bulls roster. Well, you go back to last year, first couple of months with Taylor Walls, Vidal Brujan, Wander Franco. Bulls had 3 straight switch hitters at the top of the order almost every game. And the pitch on Edwards, smacked on the ground, base hit left center field, rolls toward the alley. Rutherford cuts the ball off. Edwards thinking too if there's a juggle, but there is not. And there's the first AAA hit, 3-1, a swing and a line drive, sinking into left center field. Well, it's not a home run, but it's a second straight single for Xavier Edwards. Here's the 2-1. Swing by Edwards. Fly ball launched to left center field. Rutherford going back toward the warning track. This ball's off the line score. Rutherford will barehand. Throw back to the infield, and Edwards has a double. Fleming, here's the pitch. Hit on the ground to the right side. Could be 2. Edwards shifts. Gets the flip to Gray. The relay doubles up Sanchez in the second week of April. Ground ball over the mound near the second base bag. Swept up by Edwards. Runs to the bag for 1 out. And the relay to first base. 2-1. Is a liner over the head of Rivera. Down the left side for base hit. Long, I wouldn't imagine. Up by 2 late innings. 0-1 is sprayed the other way. This may touch down fair, and it does. Right on the line. It's into the left field corner. Edwards on his way to second base as Almonte has a little bit of trouble with it. It was going to be a double anyway for Xavier Edwards.
I played way back in the
0-2, line into center field. Base hit for Edwards. Bulls have the lead. Low in the score. Natural right-handed hitter, batting lefty against Lindblom, and hits off speed in the air to left. Almonte chased back, and he's going to play this one off the monster. It bangs off the screen and bounces over his glove, and Edwards is on his way to second base in standing, and the throw is wild, but backed up by the first.
Shortstop, number 9, Christian Gray.
And the pitch line right behind the back of Lindblom and a blazing.
No doubt about this pitch. Driven right back through the box.
The pitch. A swing and a high fly. Cracked to center field. Turning and racing straight back Davis. He's looking down. He's at the wall. And it's a center field shrubbery. His first AAA home.
A no-doubter from Xavier Edwards. He got it.
Still 2-0. Here's Edwards. He'll swing first pitch. Lift one to left. Almonte moving back. Still on the move. And this is off the monster. And Davis will have to back up the play. He has it without his cap and throws it toward third. So Edwards goes to the opposite.
Pitches have gone low in the dirt. 1-1 pitch lofted into left. That falls. Here's Xavier Edwards. And he swings and grounds the first pitch back up the middle into center for a base knock. 2 for 3. Still trailing by 3 runs, though. That teachers are getting. This pitch roped into left. They will hold the runner at third. Federal at the state, a lot of times even 2 at the local.
That one hit well deep to right center field, carrying back to the track, and that ball is. 2 of those runs will be charged to Brooks. 1 to Parsons, and there it. That extends the lead. 9-2.
In the 4th inning.
It's just the second home run of the season, Fred. Splitter's coming. Here it is. Off the end of the bat. Shallow center. Long run in for DeLuzio.
2010 draft. 2-1. Swinging a grounder to the right side. Mendoza's got a range over to his glove side, and he's not going to be throwing the ball. 3-2. Hard ground ball. Left side. Backhanded by Mendoza. The throw to first, not in time.
Where the stands are.
This one's shot on the ground into second base. Getting to it is Edwards from both knees. He bounces the throw to Haley. So Gallup throw in the vicinity of Haley.
Well, tremendous play. Great defense by the Bulls. Here Edwards slides to his left, and then from his knees, gets rid of it quickly, bounces it over, and a good dig by Haley.
And the right-hander winds. 0-1 pitch. Edwards pushes a butt. Third base grass. Tough play. No play for Moran. Bare hands it, and Edwards speeds down the line with a bunt single. Kind of lively. Target away from Robinson, and the 3-1 is yanked down the right side. This is trouble. Lands on the grass and will 4-hop to the bottom of the wall. Hudson digs for third. Williams puts up the stop sign. And it's a double into the right field corner. Turned on it. And drills his 6th double down the right field line. And Brady Williams not wanting to run into an out. 0-2 on the way to Madara, swinging a bouncing ball to the right side. Chasing is Edwards, scoops, spins around the outfield grass, throws on a bounce, safe. As again, remember Madara is dealing with a leg injury that has slowed him down. Beautiful effort by Edwards. And 4-3 Louisville. First pitch swinging, Edwards lifts one to left center. 2 outs, nobody on. Here's Edwards. And Edwards will flare when it's shallow left. Here comes Dawson. He'll stay on his feet this time and simply pick it up on a couple of hops. Here's the 1-2, a little check swing looper, left field is going to fall in, base hit. It was read beautifully by Gray. He'll score easily. Back to the runner at third. He's out of the stretch. And the 2-1 on Edwards. A swing and a looper out to left center field. Tough play. Hammer again. Fairchild coming in. It drops in front of Fairchild. Masterboni scores. Really.
Rehab start, the 2-1. And Edwards swings. It's a high fly ball to right. It chases Burnett back. He's on the track. And that one sails out of here. A solo shot for Xavier. Distance of 363 feet. And Max Myers surrenders to the Bulls in the 4th inning. As a Ryan, the 5th pop-up in the 3rd and a strikeout in the 1st. Deep breath by Evel. Runner at first, the first pitch. Swinging a line drive just over the glove of Anderson at 3rd. That's up in the Jacksonville pen, the 1-0. Swing by Edwards, line drive to right center, that's down. 2 hops into the glove of Brian Miller, and it's a 2-out Xavier Edwards. Hoeing from the stretch, the first pitch. He swings, it's a little flare over the head of Gonzalez out to center. And 1 out in the inning. Pitch home. Edwards swings. It's a soft fly ball to right. That's down. 2 hops into the glove of Brigman swings. It's a ball hard on the ground left side. Backhand stop by Edwards. Throw across his body from shallow left.
Now the 1-1. Swing and a line drive into center field for a base hit for Edwards. He leads off the game with a single. It's misplayed for a moment by Payton in center, but he recovers and holds Edwards to first.
You know, it was filmed, and how many times they do the same scene over and over again? You know, they do a lot. Now, sometimes they did quick takes. Here's a ball wall struck out to center field. Xavier Edwards, and Payton's not going to get to it, so that'll bring in a run. Scoring is Kazar. Road uniforms. Here's a swing and a ground ball right side of the infield. This could be trouble. Edwards flips to Gray back to first, and they get the double play.
Swing and a ground ball is short. Gray to second, Edwards to first, double play. Knights bounce into their
swing and a ground ball to third. It's going to be fielded by Meade. He goes to second, and Xavier Edwards on to first. So the Knights.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a broken back, ground ball is short. They go to second for 1, back over to first, a double play. Meade able to avoid getting hit.
2-2. And it's going to be swung on, sent out to left. It's going to one-hop the wall. Going into second base, Edwards, he has a double.
Now the pitch. Swing and a line drive. That'll be a base hit off the glove of the third baseman, Remillard. Out to left field. Here's the 1-1. Swing. There's a high fly ball to left center. And that one's going to get out of here. 4th home run of the season for Xavier. Park's giving up a single, now a homer. Feet. Center cut, knee high, and he didn't miss it. Deep in the bleachers in left center, and it's 2-0 Bulls, and now the batter is Jonathan Aranda.
Curveball swung on, looped out to shallow left center field. That'll get down. Payton's going to cut it off. Going for third. Here's a swing and a ground ball to the shortstop, Edwards. He'll fire over to first, and that will get Perez.
Swing and a slow ground ball up the middle. The shortstop charges, scoops, throws to first, low but dug out by Haley at first base. That's a game saver. Otherwise, Ryder Jones was 2/3 of the way down the line, and he was going to score the winning run if that ball's not picked.
Moat's ready to go, the 1-2. Perez swinging a ground ball left side. It's going to be fielded by Edwards. Looks the runner back, throws to first. 2 away. Swinging a ground ball back up the middle, over to his left, Edwards. Fires on to first, and we go to the 11th inning. All even. at 6.
So here's Xavier Edwards. Switch hitting infielder. Lions went over the lead to Luke and Baker. It's into the right field corner. Watch Edwards run. Halfway to second base. Williams is waving him. Making the turn. Edwards on his way to third. He will go in sliding under the tag of Lopez. Surprised that Brady Williams was going to be sending him around second base. But Edwards found another gear and beat the relay throw to third. First triple, he delivers home, and a ground ball up the middle, ranging Edwards, flips from the glove to Aranda. There's one. Relay is in time to double up. Pedro Pages out of first base, but a solid stretch down the line by Luke Raley to finish the double play. 2-2 pitch. Fly ball left field. Hit pretty well. Back toward the monster. O'Neill will pull off for the monster. It bangs off of it. On his way to third is Masterboni. Brady Williams will hold him. He's not. And it's a pretty short porch, at least, to get to the monster. 32 feet tall to clear it. But there are a lot of two-base hits like that in this ballpark for Xavier Edwards. It's only 303 to the left field corner. First, here's the pitch, and Burleson a ground ball to second, could be two. Arana, sideways toss Edwards. Getting out of the way is O'Neill, and he'll wrinkle in some curves and change-ups, but gets the rollover by Burleson, hit right at Jonathan Aranda. Top five, second pitch from McGee is rolled out to the shortstop. Easy play for Edwards, throws out the pitch. And Edwards just punches it on the ground up the middle, waiting is Mendoza. The throw to first, he beat it out! Edwards legs out the single.
Kicks, deals the 0-1, and that's a smash up the middle and a base hit. And Xavier Edwards takes the...
And Brujan not going. This one is stroked in the air to left. Stowers push back, still back, jumps up, and doesn't make the catch. Over his glove, off the wall. Brujan hits the gas, routing third gear.
There is no substitute for his speed, and Vidal Brujan had to wait at second as he saw this ball hit off the wall, but because it hit the base of the wall below the monstrous message board,
it three hits, couple of walks, struck out two and charged for 2 runs. A 2-1 count. The speedy Edwards at first. He takes off, breaking ball low, throw is high, and the left hand will get in. Steelers
offline as Edwards picked an excellent pitch to go on. It was a breaking pitch in the dirt, which throws off Ben Boom's timing.
Came to the Rays in a trade that netted a couple of guys. Bouncy ball to first. Right side, fielded by Edwards. Flips it over to Tristan Gray. Gets the out at second. The relay doubles Williams. Leads off the Bulls' night. Tries to get something going. First pitch, flying the other way. So Edwards goes with it.
It's not an easy play, I can tell you that.
Swung, line drive, lands in center field for Xavier Edwards. This will bring in a 4th run of the inning. It's swinging a long one bouncer towards short, cut off by Edwards, and the throw to Tristan Gray retires Sands. But just 1 run scoring for Lehigh Valley. Chopper toward third, charging Edwards, fields bag high and throws across to retire Sands. 1 long bounce, Edwards played it aggressively. Now it's Akame for Lehigh Valley.
It was like baffling to me.
High pop-up, foul territory, really long run for Edwards. He was playing up the middle, and he does get there behind the third base on Edwards, batting right-handed. And Plasmeyer's pitch is shot the other way. That's into right field on 1 low hop. Single to right by Edwards. 2-strike pitch to Edwards. He is grounded up the middle, diving, it goes off the glove of Segura, rolls into center field.
The hustle by Segura. He's down on a big league rehab. He doesn't have to play this hard, but he's been playing hard from start to finish.
And on the next pitch, bouncing ball up the middle. That will sneak into center for Xavier. The Bulls have the tying run on deck.
Runner on second. 2 down, and the 0-2 to Casas. Grounded toward the right side. Coming over is the shortstop Edwards. Sliding stop, and he throws out Casas.
Bulls 3, Jacksonville 2. And Hohen Wines comes home, and a fly ball hit the other way. Long run to the corner goes Anderson. This is off of the monster. Edwards on his way to second base, and he's in standing with a double on his 23rd birthday.
Ball is hit towards the lines. That's the way it's going to tail no matter who hits it. If a righty hits it, it's going to hook towards the line. Edwards here, the lefty, gets some good extension. The ball hits off the wall. He's in scoring position with 2 outs. All right.
Here's the 2-1. Line the other way, tracing down toward the corner, and it is a fair ball. This will be extra bases again for Xavier Edwards. Anderson digs it out of the corner, throws toward third, and a second double in a row by Edwards, both to the opposite field.
Edwards found that hole again. He likes to go the other way, and he does so here as he just takes this pitch where it's pitched and dumps it into left field. He's in scoring position. One of those guys that has the green light to bunt anytime they want.
All right, well, that's what the Jumbo Shrimp feel is going to happen. Groshans and Encarnacion are both in on the grass in the corners. A look to second. Stewart's pitch, the bunt is on. He gets it down. It's a beautiful bunt. Speeding to pick up, a little bobble by Stewart. Throws it away. Down in the bullpen. The Bulls will take the lead. Witherspoon in. Here comes Bolt. Flying for the plate. Slides in feet first. And he scores. Edwards all the way to third. And it's 6-4 Bulls in the 8th. And the pitch on Edwards is pulled toward the shortstop pole. That gets through. Base hit. Here comes Witherspoon around third. The throw home from Birdie on one bounce.
Well, this is a great play all the way around. Edwards gets things going last night. It carries over to tonight. He's got confidence now. He hammers this ball through the left side.
So that'd be worthy of a vest. Here's a push bunt. Right side by Edwards. Fielded by Encarnacion. Throws to second late. Gray goes in standing and just beat. And this one's grounded right under the feet of Kent up the middle, and it squeezes past the dive of Brigman. Edwards 2 out of 2. He is on with a 1-out single.
Well, the Bulls found a way to get one
on the field and will be in the lineup tomorrow. There's ball 4 on Edwards.
It's a good at bat by Edwards. Saw a number of tough pitches. Lays off this one. That slider on 3-2s hard to take, but he does a good job of staying off that one and speeds the board for the Bulls.
That's an 8-pitch walk. Nice stop by Brigman. Wheels the throw towards second, but it's over Ditter's head. Into left field it goes. Into third, standing goes Edwards. First, that's not wise. This one is rammed out to left center field, deep toward the monster. Miller hoping for a hop. He'll get it midway off of the monster. Mesa, a leaping cutoff on that ball, fires aimlessly to the end. That ball was clobbered.
Off the end of the bat, this time in fair ground. It will bloop over top of the second baseman, Grenier, and land into shallow right to begin this 9th inning for the Durham Bulls. Have them in business. About 4/5 the way full thus far and continues to fill at Harbor Park as the ground ball in the direction of first base is Jordan Edwards. Edwards well times the second offering from Wells by Wells. Just brought down here to Norfolk on rehab. And that strings the outreach of second baseman Greg Cullen. So you stepped away a few minutes ago. Durham is back in business. In fact, they continue with it with a liner to Edwards aboard against Uvula. Maybe a broken bat there. A little bit of a odd sound as it came off the bat, as despite a nice from Jonathan Aranda that set up a double play. The ball curling low and away from Westberg, just escapes his time.
Outside half.
2-2. This one's lining to right field, sinking down. It will fall in front of Weimer. Base hit, pull side for Ed. And the pitch on the way from Brown, pushes a bunt left side, up near the line, scoop by Terang. Here's the throw, and it's unable to be scooped. Edwards runs. The 1-1 is missed. Here's Feliciano's throw, not even close. And Edwards nearly sliding past the bag. 5 for Edwards in 9 attempts. Special one. 100 years for Mike Burley. Line drive toward the alley in left center field. That'll touch down in the grass and roll to the base of the wall. Extra bases for Edwards, coasting into second base. 3rd inning we have seen the Durham Bulls with a double.
Out of 162.
Here's a bunt put down. Nice bunt by Edwards, and he's going to batter. So Edwards has a bunt single, and it brings up Grant Witherspoon with 2 down. Playing the 4th inning again, his birthday today, 53 years young, Mike Pacheco.
All right, Matt, first pitch is going to be laced out to right field. There'll be a base hit in the first single given up by Kyle Kubat. So leadoff single here. Pitches a swing and a single just inside the line. It's a fair ball coming around to score. And playing off the bag, Delo's tough for him to get to it. So Tanner Banks now. Lefty fires. Here comes the 0-2. Swung on, lined out to right field. That'll get down on a hop in front of Mike Rodolfo. 2-out single. Second hit allowed by Banks. For shortstop Ford Proctor. Swinging a ground ball. Second baseman Edwards has it. Steps on the bag at second. Goes to first. And that will be Olson's first pitch. Swung on high to center field. Rutherford running hard. Back to the wall. And it's a gone. It's a home run. Home run of this. And now it's a 5-1 Bulls lead here in the second inning. .27 home runs on the year now for Edwards.
Batter's box. And he lines it up the middle. Park couldn't snag that one. It's on past him into center field for a leadoff single.
Severino, the lefty from Santo Domingo, 5'10". And the first pitch, Xavier Edwards will smash inside the line at first for a base hit.
1-1. Swing on a base hit to center. That's going to be trouble. Scoring is with us. And the lead goes to 7-4 for the Bulls here in the eighth inning.
Committed. Swinging a ground ball to third. Scooping it off the dirt, Edwards throws over to first in time for the out.
Here's Carlos Perez. He swings to the first pitch. Ground ball third. Edwards to first in time, 2 away.
Afternoon or yesterday morning. Pitch on the way to Edwards. Lines went out to left center field toward the alley. Waiting, Lamar chasing, and this ball hits off of the line score.
That was the important thing I want to see from him. That's pop. He's always been able to make contact, but doesn't have to hit the ball over the fence even, but being able to...
An 11 knocked in since joining Scranton and punches one behind third. Backhand Edwards throws up to second base, and they will get the out there. Good cover by Alika Williams. But Xavier and Walker's opening pitch hit sharply up the middle. This could be two. Fielded by Williams. Flip to Edwards. A leaping one-hop relay. Oh, yes. What a finish by Jim Haley. Bulls turn the 2 and are through the inning. Thing of beauty by Edwards. Middle of 4. 1-0 Scranton. Second. And a break ball hit in one hop to third. Could be two. Gray up to Edwards. The relay doubles up Evans. Hot ground ball at second base. Edwards sideways flip to Williams, comes across the bag, fires to first, and doubles Lamar.
And I'm going to where he's going to toss the ball very well. And you see him just take that extra step, but it's a perfect.
Beyond all of that, as Edwards shoots one toward the alley in right center, Perkins giving chase. He's not going to get it. This ball is up against the wall. Edwards on his way to second. He'll be held. A double by Xavier Edwards with one out in the 7th, and that is the tying run. And a throw to first base, and it bounces in and gets past Bell. The Bulls will tie it. Into second goes Rayleigh, and Matt Crook finally, with 2 strikes, comes back onto the infield dirt, and a bouncing ball hit his way. He's coming in. Backhand play, throws against the grain, and throws out Perkins.
3-2 is swung on and laced towards the gap in right center field. That one's extra bases as well and to the wall. Now to second goes Edwards. He'll stop there with yet another double. Well, the home runs haven't happened in this series for Durham the way they've been all year. Castile, and a line drive caught off the ground by Xavier Edwards. He'll flip it across to get Castile. A hard hit ball is bounced to third right on the chalk line. That's a fair ball. Gunned to first by Edwards for the out. Nice throw there by Edwards. 3-2 is bounced towards third, and it's a fair ball right inside the line. Looked like Perez gave up on it. Bannon drawn in. Bunt is put down in front of home plate. Going to be a tough play. Clementina spinning and tossing to first and not in time. The 0-1 from Fauché hit lined to third and caught by Edwards. And he's probably hoping he hadn't caught it. Right off the top of the dirt. White.
And he smacks one on the ground up the middle. Nice backhand. Edwards flips it from the glove to Brujan, and the relay doubles up Colton Kauser. Well, that's a better. This is a big spot for Chirinos. Here's the pitch. And a smash up the middle. Stopped in a backhand by Edwards. Long sidearm. And holding the bag was Rayleigh. Yes. And Rahm's pitch is sliced down the right side. Trouble if fair. And it lands fair. Goes into the corner. Edwards taps the gas. Heads to second. Holds the helmet in place with a double.
By Edwards staying on this pitch and hits through it. It slices towards the line. And it was just a question. Good start to this inning for the Bulls.
Well, we said it last night as the Bulls were trying to rally from a large deficit. Next. And the 3-2 from Reyes. They swing a well-hit ball out to right center field. Tracking Cowser. Phillips chasing. This is to the wall and lands on the track and jumps into the stands. It's an RBI double on a 2-out run, and it's a 3-run.
And then gets a mistake. He stays back, uses his hands, but drives through this one. It ended up down and in, and it's going to be that rule book double that bounce.
Swinging a liner out to shallow left. That's going to get down. Raley's going to a double is Edwards.
Xavier Edwards, the batter, dribbles one off the mound, and that's going to be a base hit. The first baseman run base a lot tonight. And now Cardenas is coming up. He had a 2-run single in that 6th inning as well.
Swinging a liner out to shallow left. That's going to get down. Raley's going to come around. Madras is coming home. Up to second base with a double is Edwards. 2 runs have scored, and the Bulls now take the lead.
Lead in the 3rd over the Orioles. It's now 4-3. Little blooper towards center. Colas can't make the play. It's going to drop in for a base.
And Ruiz lines one toward the middle, caught in back of second by Edwards. They had him positioned perfectly in the shift. Ruiz hit that ball hard, but speared by the second baseman for out number 2. No score, bottom. 3-2 pitch, hit on the ground right side, into the shift. Gloved in right by Edwards. Second baseman throws to first in time. And the inning is over when he sits 96-97. Here's a ground ball up the middle and past the lunge of Terang and into center for a base hit. Edwards hit that one, and it was 97 from Ursig, right back through the middle for a 2-out single. Line to right, a base hit. Weimer to get it in the corner, and he gloves it shy of the track, spins, throws it in. Rounding third is Edwards. He's coming home. The throw to the plate, not in time. Bruhan stayed content with a single. Edwards going on the payoff pitch with 2 down, scores all the way from first. And Durham has taken a 9-0 lead. Joey Weimer did all he could in that right field corner, spun around all in one motion and made an off-balance throw into Reyes.
Xavier Edwards, batting in the 9-hole, lifted to left, can zone, turning and running. That ball's high off the fence. Runners had to hold, though. They weren't sure if that ball was going to be caught or not. Cardenas will score. That's a ringing double from Edwards, and the Bulls have a 2-0 lead.
And as you mentioned, the runners holding up. Part of that comes with the lack of familiarity in this ballpark. That's one area where Reno does have an advantage. And Edwards missed his 6th home run with Durham by about a foot. I mean, that thing was off the hill.
Even some sounds of this ballpark, and you understand why this has been voted among the very best over the past few years. As Edwards singles into right. Just an oasis of fun. I don't think you could dial up an 80-degree night any better if you could order one, could you?
No, especially at the beginning of October. You know, you're on the East Coast, you're playing October baseball with jackets. And
after 8 in a row missed, he'll be free to swing away if he finds this one to his liking. Driven in the air, deep right center field, the Vegas product. Bly Madris hits one off the fence. We got a traffic jam coming around third. Falling is Edwards, and yet he still scores. What a bizarre play on a run-scoring double. Madris just missed a home run. The Bulls almost lost a runner between third and home, and somehow this game is tied. And look at the emotions for Durham.
Wow, so much to break down there. First, Madris missed a home run by mere feet. That's the deepest part of the yard, the hardest place to put one out here at Las Vegas Ballpark. That's only part of it, as that one hit off the yellow line. That was Xavier Edwards rounding third with a runner right behind him. He fell, the ball bounced off the pitcher's mound and went straight up in the air. And Edwards scores.